Yeah, good morning, all. Welcome to SAP ABAP programming. So, after completion of introductory topic, then architecture, login procedure. Then now the first topic is SC11, ABAP dictionary, data dictionary introduction, uh, features, functionality, services provided by ABAP dictionary. Over. The first topic with respect to table. Tables we have to study in depth. So what exactly the table definition and what are the different ways we work with the tables? Okay, and some list of the built-in tables SD, MM, PP, like QM and system tables, flight tables. Those tables list provided. Then next, how do you search or find for a new table if you are new to SAP? So I deviated from SC11. I introduced two new T codes called as SC84 and SC81. This is related to common search criteria. One time I introduced, which I am going to use it throughout my course. Okay. So that's why initially first topic itself I introduced it. Don't think that it may be deviation, no, but it is required. After that, we have table navigation. So how do you navigate table? Second, data browser. So yesterday's topic was on data browser, SC16, old data browser, features, options. Then SC16N. SC16N is like a new data browser we are calling it as. Yes. So both comparatively also we discussed. Right. Now we are going to the further topic. Today's agenda is we'll discuss the classification of these tables in detail. Okay, slowly topic by topic you will come to know. It may be little heavy topic also, but still it is important one time discussion. After that, database table properties or characteristics we'll discuss it. A new terminology used in the tables I'll cover. Then finally, with this clarity, we'll go and create a new table. One G table will create it. Then on top of that, how to create a table, steps, we'll note it down. And further on tables, we will go for like we will discuss the each and every option also tables related, right? So that's what today's agenda will continue this way. So first, let us start with tables classification. There are 8 lakhs about tables are there. But all these tables, how do we classify or segregate these tables? Yes, basis point of view, tables can be classified as, yes, this way. Client dependent tables, client independent tables. Let us, in fact, the comparison should write left and right, but in Notepad, I'll write above and below. You just prepare the notes this way. So client dependent tables. Client dependent tables, okay, also called as client dependent tables are also called as yes, client is client specific or dependent tables. But whereas client independent tables are called as cross client tables. Yes. Okay. Tables also called as client tables. Right. Next. All client dependent tables, yes, consist of MA and DT. MA and DT is nothing but the client mandant. In German language, mandant means client. So MA and DT are client Okay, main DT, or it could be client. Normal English also, German field also. Either way, anything is okay. Client as first field. As, as key field, very simple. Okay, as key field. As first field, and first field only we will use it, yes, as key field also. Because why it is key, non-key, that topic we'll discuss later. So now, but the client independent tables, cross client table does not does not consist of MA and DT or client as first field. That is totally not only first field, it is as first field or key field. Okay. Or there it does, first of all, it does not contain MA and DT at all. That is the difference. Right. Now what happens? So in case of client dependent tables, what happens? All the data stores along with client along with data. That is, all the data means all the entries, right? Yes, all the entries stores along with the client number, client number. But client independent tables, yes, entries, okay, are stored without client number. Without client number. Yes, this is one of the way you can, yes, like if you go to this particular scenario example, because for client dependent tables, okay, Mara, LFA1, etc., etc., all tables, most tables are client dependent tables. Yes, whereas if you go to client independent or cross client tables, are basically repository, TADAR, repository T001, T002 language keys. So these are all comes under it is client independent tables. So we will see overall difference, what exactly it is. Okay, what is the difference between these two? Okay, let us go to the, you want to go to further extension topic. So data differs from table data differs from client to client. Okay, table data differs from client to client. But here data remains common. Yes, table data remains common for all clients. This is about the total difference. So yes, I'll take you to practical and a picture through. I'll explain this theory so that you will understand. First, let us consider the client dependent tables. Suppose if you go to login, okay. Let us go to the S11, open KN1 table, display mode. Yes, this is client dependent table. How do we can say this? First field is MA and DT. First field is MA and DT, and its data type. The first field, its data type is CLNT. CLNT is the data type, length is 3. Yes. This is about your overall. So the field name could be German field name or it could be English name also. Okay, client CLINT. What is the name doesn't matter, only the data type matters. Yes, this is important. So the client field is nothing but, yes. So the first field consists of data type as CLNT with the length 3. This is fixed. Okay, but here no client field, no MANDT or client field here. That is in this is the difference, because you have to know close comparison. Then only. So this is your client dependent table, client specific table, because this is having MANDT. What is the advantage? Advantage of MANDT is if you go to entries, yes, continue. Each entry is created with client. Each entry is created with client number. Yes, this is C. Each record, first field itself, client number, then followed by other value. Client number followed by other value. So client number is the first one. That is client dependency or client specific. Okay, tables. Right. Go to the second table, LFA1. LFA1 table also, yes, MANDT, client field as key field. Key field, client field as key field, and first field, which is having data type as CLNT length 3. You go to entries. Okay, here also every record is created with, each record is created with 113. That is client number, the current client number. Like you go to the, so most of the tables are client dependent tables only. Majority of the tables are MANDT, client, etc. So if you go to Mara, entries, you check. Yes, there is a inconsistency, something error with Mara. Okay, we will go to SC11. SVBAK, VBAP, or any tables you can type. Most of the tables are MANDT. So go to here. Right, you can check. This is your, yes, client field as key field 113. Okay, with others will come later. So this is about your 113. Right, now go back. This is about yeah, come back to the other way around. Suppose TADIR. First, I'll go with picture-wise explanation. What is the meaning of this? Because I don't want to confuse you. Client dependency concept, try to understand it. Like if you consider, we have, this is your presentation server. Presentation server through you can log in, correct? Yes, you can log in into SAP system, right? When you log in into SAP system, like we have, let us consider 3 types of clients. Let us consider this is the table. It's the same table only. If you observe, same table only, right? I just logged in 000. Let us consider this is 000 client login. This is some 800 client login. 800 client, and this is your 300 client, the live client. Okay, yes. Suppose there are 3 types of clients, but the table name is only one. This is key in one table only. So I try to open K in A1 table only. So this table have two things I said yesterday. That is, table have definition, table have data. Yes. So if you look at the table definition, this is having MANDT and Kunar as a key field, right? And this is at table definition level, you can find MANDT and Kunar. And at this is also MANDT. So that means the table, okay, whatever, some 259, the fields, okay, some 260 fields, suppose. The fields are common. Fields are common for all clients because the definition is not client dependent. Yes. But what is client dependent is in the database, if you go to the database, yes, this is the database. So in this database table, okay, table remains only one. It is not multiple tables are there in the database. Table is only one in the database. This is the table named as same K in A1 only. But in this K in A1, right, here some entries are stored with 000. Some entries stored with 800. Some entries stored with 100 or 200 or 300 or 900, depends on the clients, whatever the clients we have here. Suppose this is your, I am just going to write two records with 000. 000 record, enter one more 000 record. Then here this is 800 record, this is 800 record, and this is 300 record, this is again 300 record. Yes, so this way some sample data is there. Just let us assume that. So what is the meaning of this client dependency is, okay, SAP recommends to whenever we create a custom table or G table, SAP recommends to keep it as a client dependent. Okay, client dependent. Yes, because that is SAP recommends you maintain the data with along with client number is expected, because you no need to revise this. The outline, the box, three boxes: development, quality, and production. As we know that this is already covered in the last time. Development data differs, quality data differs, production data differs. Correct? Development only some kind of a small test data is there. Quality more test data is there. In the production, we will find the live data, day-to-day transactions data is there in the like all capture transactions data is there in the live server, live business server, production server. So the outline is box to box data differs. But now the question is within one box, like suppose development box, in development only you find three clients, let us assume. But within three clients also client to client data differs. This knowledge is also required. Within the same box, three clients are there, but client to client, the data differs. So suppose in 000 through whatever the standard company code, standard plans, SAP built-in data, some data is there, that data exists in the 000. If I go to login from presentation to go to S11, if I open K11, display, yes, its definition gets open. Utilities table content display, because since you opened in 000, only what happens, 000 records only visible to you. This is only important. Only these two entries will be displayed to you. But once you log in 800, and display, the table definition gets loaded as a common. But in 800, you will navigate to only this 800 records only. 800 records, these two records only. That is, other data is going to hide because that is client data, client dependent data. Last, if you log in to 300, suppose 300 means you will only find these two entries. 300 entries only visible to you. Other entries are not going to display. It is okay, going to hide. But table remains once. Table is only one, but table maintains the data along with the client number. Each record, each entry stored along with client number, client value. Yes. So that's why what happens, that's the reason KNA1 data is client dependent. Client dependent or client specific data. Why? Because there are two things. Table have two things, definition and data. Table definition only dependent on client. Final conclude statement. Table definition table definition is common. It is common, right? But only table data only dependent on the client. That is the final note. We will write it here as a common topic. Yes. So table means again database table. Database table definition, okay, is not client dependent. Only the data is client dependent. Yes, this you have to remember it. Okay, that means table definition remains common for our clients. That is common. Any client you log in, okay, yes, this also if you want to can write it. It remains common for all clients. Okay, yes, then only okay, only the data differs. Yes. Okay, is this all of you got it? This three things. Okay. Yes, so KN1, LF1, VBAK, MARA, n number of tables or maximum tables are MANDT only, client dependent tables only. It maintains client field or MANDT field and its data type itself CLNT. CLNT is the data type which is supported by data dictionary and the length is fixed length 3. So we know that client field length is 3 fixed. This is about your client dependent concept. Yes, we have covered this topic. Yes. Okay. Right. Then we will move on to the second other side. Okay. And moreover, what is the next statement? SAP recommends while creating a new table, a new G table, okay, made it as client dependent. Yes, this is always SAP approach is that client data always should be client dependent. Yes. Then what about the other side of this client independent concept? Suppose in client independent tables, first practicals, then let's go with the TADIR. TADIR is a table. Yes, this is repository table. The repository is client independent, I said. See here, there is no key field. No MANDT or client field as key field. Okay, even we cannot find a client here. Client here or MANDT here in any one of the, okay, yes, MANDT is not at all there. So what is the meaning of this is, this is client independent table or cross client table. What happens, the table definition is client independent. Similarly, table data is also independent. Okay, it is independent. Yes. So even okay, clear? Yes. If you go to why I mentioned this is picture as separate because I want to tell you I logged in different client, but this is same. This is 260 field, this is 260 field, this is also 260 fields only. Okay, it's not a different. This is same only this data only differs. This is one of the example of. So let's like if you go to the similarly there is a table called as TADIR suppose. Okay, if you go to TADIR table, okay, repository table, okay, table definition doesn't contains MN. There is no MANDT here. Even in the database also, this data is not stored along with this table data not stored with with client number. Yes, because table definition does not have okay have client field. Yes, this is your the one of the example. So that means whatever the client you login, there are three clients just because I want to give this is reserved client 000 which comes with SAP. Second IDS testing training clients, demo clients. The working client 100 or 200 or 300 or 900 other than that. So any client through you login, any client what happens? The table definition is fixed. The table data also fixed. Yes, table, all this data also fixed. Okay, because this is not a client specific or client dependent because there is no MANDT at all. These are all called as cross client tables. Okay, yes, data is common, table definition is common. So one of the this is like TADIR. Like similarly, if you go to next level, see, I think no need to go to that entries and check because entries, see, directly start with program ID, object to object name, etc. But where is there is no client? Yes. Suppose you go with the T002. T002 is nothing but language keys. See, language keys no main DT here. So if you go to entries, okay, directly language name language name through it is stored. There is no main DT, right? Most of the clients, most suppose if you go with the T006 unit of measurement having a main DT, it's okay. But if you go with the client, this one countries also have yes this one. But if you go with the T000 also have MANDT. Okay, T001 because I have remembered T001 also have MANDT. So majority tables are having MANDT. Yes. Okay, these things also have MANDT, right? So yes, if I find any more examples, I can tell you. Like suppose yes, this is another example. T100 has messages. So the messages and message class maintenance, it is client independent table or class client. There is no client concept here. That is whatever the client you log in, this remains fixed. Okay. Yes, this is another example. We can note it down. It's T100, all messages. These tables already I introduced in the above. I am keep on using going forward, right? This with this we have done with our basis classification. Hope You guys understand this difference, right? Okay, because we the topics we are going to little depth. That's the reason I'm just checking your comfort levels to proceed to the next topic. Okay, clear now? Anyone have any question? You can ask now itself. Yes. So right, we will go to the yes next. This is your the client specific. Next, we have this is comes to your topic, functional classification. So functional consultants must aware of this. So functional classification, okay, based on because basis classification MANDT based, but what is functional classification is based on the type of data stored in the table. Based on that, we can find this. Suppose first system table. System tables stores okay system data that is SAP. This is nothing but SAP built-in or predefined data. So what is the meaning of system data? System data is the data which is defined by SAP, which is defined, not only defined, I'm adding one more statement, defined and controlled by SAP. Controlled by SAP. So system data, yes, are control data also. Yes, this is called as control data. Okay. Yes, what is the difference? Example. Yes. So how do we come to know which data is like this one? I will immediately tell you what about configuration data. Configuration tables. Configuration tables uh, store the configuration data. Configuration data, or in other terms, configuration is done by customization data. Customizing data. Yes. So customizing data or organization data also we call it as, yes, because this is sometimes technically we call it as, what is the difference between this? So that is the configuration data is the data. What is the definition of configuration data? The data which is entered by functional and basis consultants. Okay, basis consultants while configuring system, while configuration. Okay, the initial data. This is the best word. The initial data which is entered by functional or basis consultants. Okay, while configuration or while customization. Okay, yes, that is called as configuration data. Yes, let us see both examples. What is the difference? What is system table? What is configuration table? So easy to remember. I'll take it one by one. We will see this comes in which category. We will decide. So first of all, if you go to yes, first table is T triple zero. Okay, T triple zero is like where is the option to find out is if you go to utilities, table contents, see create entries is allowed here. When create entries is allowed, then this is called as configuration table. Very simple. So that is apart from the standard SAP, because always this is also a next immediate statement. What is the, almost all our functional consultants here. Yes, hmm, configuration happens with the help of, hmm, configuration happens with the help of system data. That means what? What is this statement meaning is configuration happens by making use of SAP system data. Yes, this is what. That is, we will go with the standard as reference. Later, we will create a new thing. Suppose clients. If you want to create a 800 client, 100, 200, 300, 500, 900, all those clients are created by using a client copy concept. So in client copy, what happens? Yes, here if you go and see, actually, when it comes to SAP, only one client will get it. Remaining clients are created by our basis consultants. That is 000 as a source, they create a target as 113. 000 as a source, they create a target as 800. Even though this is actually, it is T000. Actually, the table names begins with the T. All T are called as system tables only, right? System tables, because easy to remember. So, because I'm just giving hint to you, yes, most of the tables begins with, tables means table names. Okay, table names begins with T. Yes, even DD also yesterday we have seen. Okay, with the T star. Yes, you can check. Right. Next, when I said this statement, what is the meaning? Configuration table. Configuration tables also holds some SAP data. Configuration tables indirectly, it is a system tables only. But it is also system table only. It is T000 is a system table. In fact, it holds the SAP predefined recipe provided data, and also it allows the consultant to create a few more new clients, add-on clients. That's why this comes under configuration category. Even I can write here also. T000 is example for system table and configuration table, both, because this is defined by SAP and controlled by SAP. That 000, we cannot delete that. The 000 is defined by SAP. Yes. Tomorrow SAP can add some built-in clients also, because that data is from SAP. Suppose if you go to the next level, T001. T001 is also, if you go to here, create entries. So whenever there is a create entries, if you go to the entries model, see here display, this is your, yes, right. You can find the existing company codes. But I want to create a new company code. New company code possible? Yes, possible. So create entries through, there is a view concept is there. This view, it will take you to the yes, screen where you can create a new company code. See, I went to company code creation. Here you will find a create button should come, because we have to take appropriate view. Then you will get the create button. You can create a new company code also. That is, it will automatically take you to the SPRO screen, branch to the SPRO screen. So that means new company codes creation is also possible. But generally, when we create a new company code, we will use 001 or 1000 as a source. That is, we'll use standard SAP provided data as a copy and we'll try to create a new company code. Yes or no? This is what we do, right? Yes. We will just use the copy of that. So again, same rule T001. This is system table and again it is configuration table also. Yes. Go back T001W because slowly I'll take you to, you will come to know the difference. T001 plants. Yes, SAP provided some plants are there. Along with that, you can create new plants also. So this is actually a view concept. View through, it will take you to the SPRO screen. Yes, see, it is directly opened. A new plant, if you want to create, you can create it. So it is showing the existing data and it will allow you to create new plant also. That's why this is also comes under which one? T002. Sorry, T001W, right? So most even all these things are configuration tables only. But some tables are restricted. Let's say if you want to go to T002. In T002, your create entries is grayed out, disabled. So that means this is purely system table. That's what I want to tell you. So I have to go and add it here as the example. T002. What is the meaning is, okay, yes, this data is like, suppose if you go to here, only 44 languages are there. In this HANA system current version release point of view, SAP supports 44 languages. What are the 44? You can see. Yes, these are all the 44 languages. But is there any provision to add a new language? No. This is completely SAP provided table, SAP defined data. That is table defined by SAP, table data also defined by SAP. That's why this is table, this is called as control table or system table. System data or control data is there. Okay. If anybody says control table also, you should not confuse because the data defined and controlled by SAP and we cannot add any entries to this. Tomorrow, next release, SAP can add one more language as 45. So that is everything controlled by SAP only. So this is the way you have to understand SAP system. Let's go to the T005. Country keys, all countries. SAP supports how many countries? Suppose you go to here, only you can check new countries are allowed here. We can add new countries to this thing. What is new countries? Suppose there are some 200 above changes, above, suppose we will go to practicals. Practicals and let us check how many countries SAP supported. SAP supported 253. 253 countries SAP supported. But actually, in the globe, how many countries are there? Go and search in the Google. Some 270 plus you will find. So that is another some 20 change countries are missing. Like that is, so if you want to do the configuration for that, you can also add that. Okay. Yes, add that country. New country can be added over here because this is permitting you to go for, yes, this way. Yes, go to the unit of measurement. Okay. Yes, unit of measurement is grayed out. That means UOM. That is, it's not under our control. T006 stores all the unit of measurements that you cannot add. That is completely system table, system data, control data. Then go to the TCURC. TCURC stores which data? Currency keys are currency codes. Yes, go to check. This is grayed out. So currency codes are also SAP control. Okay, how many currency keys supported? You go and check 221. Yes, this is under control. So okay, hope you can decide like this. This is your first and foremost understanding. With the help of system table, system data or control data, configurations happen. So with this, we have completed this too. Then after that, what about other two tables? Other two tables are master tables, transaction tables. So master table stores master data, very simple. Source master data. That okay. Our master data stored in master tables. What is master data? Master data, this is interview question, is the data which is almost constant, and rarely changes. This is the definition of master data. It remains maximum times, it is fixed, constant, and where rarely we will go for the change for that. Example immediately noted down. Yes, KNA1. KNA1 is customer master data. Not only KNA1, you have that KNA1, KNB1, KNB1, and KNC1, etc. Yes, this is your yeah. Well, like if you go to the yes LFA1, LFA1, LFB1, and LFC1. This series for what? Vendor master data. So, right, customer master data, vendor master data. Because in all these tables, you will find listener as a key field. In all these tables, you will find Punar as a key field. Right, if you go to Mara, Marci, Mardi, and MAKT, etc. So, this is your material master data. So in this tables, you will find Matner as a key field. Matner as a key field. Yes. Like if you go to the material number as a key field. In SAP HR, you will find PA 0001, PA Personal Administration 0002, 0006, PA 0006, like this. 000. This is called as info types tables. So all these info type tables are, this is called as HR master data or HR master data or employee master data. But yours, what is yours? Like we have SKA1, SKB1, SK, yes, SKA1, SKB1, SKC1. These tables, what is the common field here? SAKNR. Yes, SAKNR is there or not? Yes, this is your GL master. So GL master, SKA1. B1 stores company code related. So overall, GL account master. Yes, okay. General ledger master data is there. Okay. So you got it. SD, MM, HR, FI examples related. Every functional area or application area, first it consists of master data only. So the master data is the data one time will create and very rarely will do the changes. Suppose a new customer to be entered or created by end user. Yes, we will train the end user how to add a new customer material in the everything. Without mistakes, they will create one time. So it's and this data is Maximum fixed, very rarely we do some change. Right, go to the other side. What is the next? Transaction tables. Transaction table stores transaction data. Transaction table stores transaction data. What is transaction data? Transaction data is the data which is frequently changes and rarely constant. That means transaction data is simply this is not the right definition. It is exactly opposite to master data. That is our understanding point of view. I am telling transactions. Okay, transactions never going to be fixed. It is keep on changing. Okay, like transaction data is goes like this. Like if you go to the sales, so sales related sales related data is stored in VBAK. Header data in VBAK, item data in VBAP. Yes. If you go to purchase, purchase is one of the activity, transaction activity. Purchasing tables are EKKO, EKPO. Yes. Header data in EKKO, item data in EKPO. Right. If you go to like here delivery tables. Delivery is your delivery table is what is the delivery table? LIPS. Yes, there is one activity called as shipment. You know, shipment, transportation, shipment tables. So shipment is VTTK, VTTP. Yes, these are all shipment tables. Header table, item table. Like if you go to our billing invoice, billing is a transaction. This is VBRK, VBRP, header and item tables. Because I already told you, yes, like what is the meaning of this? Transaction is captured by using documents in SAP. Or else documents are used to perform the transactions in SAP. So if at all I want to go for sales, document is used to perform sales activity. Sales order, create, change, display. Delivery document is used to go for delivery order creation, change, display. So end result, delivery order get created, delivery document gets saved. That's what the terminology we have to use it. Document saved, order gets created or changed or okay, whatever. So this is the way activity you have to. So but document have header data, item data. Yes, if you yes go to the like because this is little advanced to you guys, but however we will like if this is your like sales order creation screen, suppose. Okay, sales order creation screen. So you will find lot of fields over here as header fields. Sales order number is internal control. Sales order billed to which customer, delivery date, all those details are there. Okay, which sales area this customer belongs to, all those details. This is a kind of header data. There is a one concept called as line item data. The line item data is always under table control. Table control is line by line or row by row. Yes, this itself is designed as a table. Yes, this is called as item data, line item data, we are calling it as. So if you see sales order creation, but for that we are using what is that? Sales order creation using sales document. Okay. So in sales document, here you will find two sections over here. What are the two sections? This is header data section, one section. This is completely item data section. Up to this here, this is item data section. Okay. So header data is must and mandatory. Header data. Yes, header data is common for all the line items. Then go to item data. Line item data is line to line, it differs. But this all line items data is under this header data. Okay. So that means which is a common data for all the line items, the data is act like a header data. Okay. Yes. Suppose if you look at the database point of view, yes, this is your database, but the database, two tables you will find it here. That is your VBAK here, VBAK is this, VBAP is this. But this two, who created these two tables? Beginning with letter is V. V falls under SAP namespace, isn't it? SAP tables. But what is common here? What is common here is Veblen, VBELN. So Veblen is the key field in this table. In this table, Veblen and Postner is there. Two key fields are there. There is an additional key is there. But there is a question how these tables are integrated. These tables are integrated with a common field called as Veblen. So the Veblen field through these two tables are connected or integrated or linked. In general English meaning is linked or connected. Okay. Yes. So the underlying tables, header data stores here, item data stores here. But how these two tables can be tracked? By using the common sales order. So and so sales order header data, so and so sales order all items data here, right? So finally, how I'm going to connect? Yes, you have to connect like this. Okay, this complete header data is going to update to VBAK table. Okay, yes, VBAK table, and this complete item data is going to update to VBAP table. Yes, this is what the entire SAP story. Because master data, anybody can understand it. Only transaction concept you have to know. So any doubts? Because mostly all are functional, you don't get any doubt. I know that because it is only for freshers from technical point of for freshers point of view. I'm explaining in a detailed way. Yes, one time only this one. So if you want to go to sales document, sales order data, header, item data. Similarly, delivery document header data, item data. Purchase document, header data, item data. Okay. So header data, generally head means head big at the comes at the top or at the beginning. Just item data is almost at the bottom at the okay level. We will go with line this way. Okay. So but initially, because we have not started any practicals, this is a bit confusion to you initially, I agree. But slowly, after a few days, you revise this topic, you will understand this. Okay, right. So, hope you guys understand the different system tables, configuration tables, master table, transaction tables. Yes. Suppose there is a one more explanation I have to give it to this. Because master data one time created and it is fixed, but the transaction is okay sales, because sales are purchase. We generally you consider our scenario, we go to like a kind of a shopping store, DMart or any kind of this one retail store. Sometimes we go to morning, we'll bring some items. We'll go to afternoon, we'll bring another items. Evening, we'll go to another items. That is, we don't get the fixed items, even though single day you go to the same store also. And moreover, if you try to bring the same item also, but what differs? The brand differs, sometimes quantity differs, the number of items to be purchased. So obviously, transaction is always differs. It is not fixed. Even you go to the ATM to withdraw the cash. Same day, if you go to 3 times to withdraw the cash, but we go to different ATMs, but different amount we will withdraw with different. So transaction is always varies. It is rarely constant. Okay. Yes. But master data is nothing but whatever our ATM card that is fixed. That is a kind of master data, right? Your account number is a master data. Yes, this is about it's always fixed. Rarely we do changes. Just wait, we will move on to the next topic.